Hello, everyone. I'm wishing you a happy Thanksgiving to those in North America, and for others, it's a normal working day, the 26th of November 2015. And what a spectacular full moon it was last night. I've seen pictures from all over the world. Unfortunately, here it was snowing and we had a cloud covered sky, so I wasn't able to see. But the night before, I did see. So I trust that you did your burning sessions, you released everything that was negative, and you closed all of your unsolved issues and unsolved worries and thought processes, and pushed away the repetitive behaviors and patterns that we're all experiencing and have experienced. Some amazing things have happened over the last 3-4 days for me, for others, for so many. And we should celebrate this. This is love. This is love in its purest form. We can see our friends, our soul family, and others fully experiencing the sacred journey back to one. And it's beautiful. Don't allow yourself to be distracted by this. Things that are going on around the world that really don't affect you. Push it away, reject it, stop watching it, because it doesn't really affect you. You're not in control of it, and you should certainly not accept responsibility for it. This is the mission of the other energies now, is to make us believe all of this stuff that's going on around the world, to take our mind off of what is really important. And what is really important is you and your loved ones. And when we open our eyes to that and shut out this real travesty that's going on, we realize how important we are. Our contribution to our community is so important. Our contribution to our own home is so important. That's where we can really serve humanity, how we can really serve and lift the right vibrations of those around us, those that we work with, those that we love, those that we care for, those that need it on the streets that we walk every day. That's what's important. Let the big superpowers fight it out amongst themselves. They've been doing it for centuries, for millennia, since man's been on this planet. It's like this big dick syndrome. Sorry to use profanities, but it is. Who's got the biggest dick? Who's got the biggest button? It doesn't matter. Yes, we can send love and light to those that are affected. This is all we can do. We can go to these places and maybe help. But that's all we can do. We have control of our own lives. Don't let these people manipulate you to believe that they have control over you. Assert your power, assert your own power, and reclaim your life for yourself. Whatever your beloved is doing on this journey, let them do it. Let them learn what you've learned themselves. And never forget that you're not separated. You can connect with them in other dimensions. One of the things I wanted to share with you, because I've had some great success with this new, let's say, taming the ego. When you find yourself in a situation of, let's say, anxiety, of panic, of this never-ending thought process that's going on in your mind, I'm going to give you some tool now that will help you. Sit down wherever you want to sit down. You don't have to be in a quiet place. Sit down at your desk, at your dinner table, on your low sofa, wherever, and close your eyes. And picture yourself in your own mind's eye. And assume, let's say, the lotus position, like your hands and arms like this. And physically push your ego away. But you can visualize this. If you really want to do this, that's cool. It does work sometimes in the garden. But if you're in a place where it's uncomfortable to do that, close your eyes and think. Visualize and push that ego away. You may have to do it for 10 seconds, for 20 seconds, for 30 seconds. It doesn't matter how long, but you will feel this calmness come over you. Your mind will stop thinking because you're focused on pushing your ego away. You want to push your ego to sleep. If you're in a business situation or a real serious situation that you need to answer there and then, don't be afraid to say, I'm sorry, I can't answer. Don't be forced into making a decision. This is something that I've been learning for the last 15, 16 months. We have this never-ending urge to have an answer. The same as we want an answer from the universe, the same as we want an answer about our twin or our beloved. We want to have an answer about whether we're going to have food on the table tomorrow. When we stop to think these things, we can appreciate the here and now. And this is one of the biggest life lessons that man on this journey is learning. And there are so many that are learning this, and they're not struggling. It's just practicing these new skills, because we're writing new templates, we're writing new life missions, we're writing a whole new future. Yes, it's a rebirth. Yes, it's a whole new paradigm. It's a whole new dimension of conscious thinking. We're in between dimensions, but we're living here on 3D, in 3D. This is what we have to experience on a day-by-day basis. Yes, we mingle with other people, but our thought process is what we control, is what we own. Don't allow others to interfere with that. Yes, you have friends and family and loved ones that will contribute to your thought process, and you will make your own decisions based upon what you feel, not what you think. Start to tune into your higher self. I have some other tools that I find are very, very useful. Lay on a sofa in peace when there's nobody around. Close your eyes. Listen to some music. Not in your ears, but out. A stereo system or something. Some background music to relax you. Close your eyes. Allow your mind to trundle, 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 trundle. But listen to the music, not to your thoughts. And then you'll gradually get to a state of relaxation. And you may start to feel double heartbeats or tingling sensations in your hands. This is you coming into contact in higher dimensions, in the higher realms. Your higher heart can be activated. Your twin can be activated. You can start to feel. And you start to have visions. You'll start to see what's going on. And you'll find yourself in this state of limbo between sleep and reality. And this is very, very cool. Some people use meditation for this, but it's good to practice without this need for a constant buzzing in your ears. Try to do it in peace and quiet with a little bit of background music playing. It's a completely different feeling. It's a completely different sensation because you feel it in your body. You may feel pinches on your waist or tingling sensations in other parts of your body. This is yourself coming into alignment. Practice it. Send me feedback, send me comments on this, because I'd love to know if it works for you guys. I know it works for several others that I talk to, that I help with counseling, and they thoroughly enjoy it. They can get in touch with their higher self. They can have conversations with their twin, with their beloved. And it's good for you. You need to spend more time in nature. Mother Nature needs our help. And when we look at what Mother Nature actually does, we look at, let's say, I use a simile. You put a piece, something sweet on the ground, and you see the ant, especially around ants, and you see the ants moving and taking this away. And to us that looks simple, and it's amazing to watch. But it's a very, very complex process. But they've been doing this for eons, the ants. It's well versed for them. When they see an obstacle, they overcome it. If it needs more, they add more ants. And they start to do these things as a team, as a unit, as a collective. This is in them naturally. They're not distracted by what's going on outside in their thought processes. They just get on and do it because that's what they know how to do. This is how man used to be. Hunter-gatherers. You know, the old traditional values of male and female are still apparent in lots of cultures these days. Let's take man back to simplicity. And I've said this many times before. Man is here to love. He's not here to destroy. Man is to live in peace, not to be at war. There should be harmony, not distraction. And what we see today is a whole host of distraction. You can go back 50 years. I don't remember 50 years ago, but I've been around for nearly 50 years. How people live their lives differently then. Because they weren't distracted with media, with bullshit, with propaganda. And when you go into communication, today we expect an instant answer for everything. Go back 20 years, before the internet was around the world. We were still posting letters. How long did it used to take for a letter to get from the UK to Australia? 100 years ago, 50 years ago, 20 years ago, today. You can see how long it used to take for communication. So we are used to not having instant answers, but society today says we need an instant answer. I send you an email, I want an answer now, or within a reasonable time. And if you don't send me an answer back, I'm going to send you another email, and I'm going to start sending you more and more and more. This is a demand. How society has changed. I remember in 1994 I used to send letters to Australia, to my then girlfriend. I used to post them on a Friday and knew that this mail service, she would get it on a Monday. And then I would send another letter on Monday so that she got it on a Friday. And she used to send letters back in the same way. We didn't have this instant messengers. Yes, we had SMS, I believe. No, SMS wasn't even around then. It was too expensive. So that wasn't so long ago. 20 years ago. And look how much we've changed as a species. Is this evolution? Is this expansion? This is forcing. This is society forcing these things on us. And now we're so consumer driven. We are following, buying, based upon what the industrial giants want us to buy. I wonder how many will be queuing in the shops this Christmas for the latest iPhone or the latest Xbox or the latest, biggest thing. Why is that? I don't know. We have millions of people starving. But millions of people queue to buy the latest technology. Why? Why would you want to do that? When you can wait 3 months and have the latest technology at half the price. Do you see where this is going? This is where it leads you to. The industrial giants don't give two shits about what goes on in society. They're forcing you to buy. They're forcing you to consume. But this is changing. This is changing so rapidly that the negativity, the dark energies, the dark forces are performing on a grander scale, but we are performing on a grander scale. More and more and more of us are waking up and we're realizing how this illusion is purely an illusion. We're taking control of our lives. We're taking control of what we do. We're changing what we eat. We're changing what we consume. We're changing what we watch. And we started to go into nature. We started to adapt the way we live, to eat organic foods or homegrown foods. What do you think is better, dried herbs or herbs on your windowsill that you're growing in pots? I should start doing that actually. We're looking so much for convenience. And you know why that is? It's because man is pushing us down this, like a cattle rancher. They're pushing us down this funnel, loading us onto ships, ready for us for the next phase. Whereas those that are waking or awake are saying, no, I'm sorry, I will do what I want to do. I will buy what I need to buy, from where I need to buy it. And yes, we may still have technology, but we're not technology driven. We're not consumed by this pressure to buy. This is what it's about. And the more of us that claim our own identities, claim our own lives, and help those that need our help to understand what's going on, to understand that this is an illusion, particularly our children. The next generations are going to experience 5D before we ever do. The frequencies of this planet are changing on an ever daily basis. And there's many things flying around on social media right now about how old this planet is and how old man is. We're just microdots. On the scale of the universe, we're microdots. But in our world, we need to be the most important. We are number one. We are responsible for our own destiny. We're not responsible for what other people do in their destiny. It's interesting what's happened over the last few days. I have seen many positive and pleasurable things happening, especially in my life too. Things have changed dramatically in the last 3 or 4 days. And it's beautiful. I'm still going through this cleansing and this purging. I'm still working on myself. But I know that every day is getting easier and easier and easier. And now, mastering taming the ego is really cool. Seeing projects that I've created from years ago being reopened and being re-looked at is amazing. Doing full circle on certain life events, my daughter coming back to live with me, is amazing. Now I will be, in 3 weeks' time, I will be at the same stage of my life that I was in 2008, 2009, when I was the father to my 2 daughters. And I remember all of the fights and the arguments and the disputes. But this time my daughter made her own decision. She made the decision a year ago, but she was deceived, not by me, by someone else. She was misled. And that truth came out. And the decision that she made a year ago was told to her mother a few days ago. And there was no arguing, there was no dispute, there was no anything. It was okay. It's your wish, it's your desire. And that is wonderful. It's wonderful for me. I am so grateful that my other daughter is coming home. And I look forward to being a father again to my 2 teenage girls, because they were a handful then. Now they're a few years older. It's going to be a little bit easier, but we're going to be able to enjoy each other's company. We're going to be able to grow with each other. And one thing I know is my youngest daughter Amy is very connected. She's very spiritually advanced, and she's growing as a child. And she's a child that speaks 4 languages. She's now studying music and things that are so creative. And obviously her soul is saying that she needs to get this additional comfort or support or recognition and understanding from me. And that makes me a proud father. And whatever happens in my journey with my beloved, it doesn't matter. I know who I love. I know what I love. But it all starts inside of me. It's been a tough journey, and the journey will continue. We're forever learning and evolving and expanding our minds. That's what's most important, is to keep an open mind, to be forever learning. That's expansion. I send you love and light, my blessings to you, wherever you are in the world. Namaste.